It's not really broadcasting what you guys say. It's more like what the party's saying. So you guys continue doing a little thing in the server. Shit. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or he's just gonna be talking to himself. Yep. Hold up, I'm gonna get on the 50 on this fucking train here.
Alright, so let me know when you guys are ready.
Good to go.
Now I'm ready.
Yep,
I'm good.
Alright, let's get this party underway. Oh, fuck. Welcome everyone to the stream. Join here. Okay. Joined here today by a field team. You guys want to go ahead and start? Introduce yourselves to their name or rank.
Sure. Lieutenant Colonel Craig, founder of field team.
Lieutenant Diablo, PR and infantry officer.
Gunnery Sergeant Snow, Scout Sniper, and MP.
Alright. This is list of questions, just standard questions, and we once we're done with this just standard questions, we dig into the meat and cheese. Make it real interesting. Lieutenant Colonel, if you want to go ahead and tell us about field team.
What do you want to know?
Oh, start off at the beginning.
We were born in 2012. I had a few ideas in mind on how I wanted to run the team, why I wanted to run the team, and the direction I wanted to go. Basically, in the beginning, it was for retired military personnel, you know, guys with PTSD, guys who just sit at home and can't seem to get out of the mainstream of that lifestyle. So they tried to intensify it by playing a video game, right? Some of them play Arma, some of them play Battlefield. I provided something on console. It got bigger and it got popular, so opened up to, you know, a lot of guys that were interested in joining the Marines. You know, we would influence them, instill them with knowledge, you know, kind of give them a guideline of what they would walk into. And, you know, it surprised me when one came back to us, and was a civilian in our team, joined the Marine Corps, came back to us, and right now he's a corporal. He commands about 30 men, and, you know, that's just one thing that, you know, you can smile about. But basically, that is how field team was born, and we've been around for 5 years.
It's actually pretty neat. How many folks from field team have gone to Marine Corps boot camp so far?
Well, that is not something that's up to me to disclose, as these guys, you know, have their own life, but we do have military personnel inside of field team.
Roger that. Alright. Next question is it's the same question, but it pertains to two different games. First question is, what do you think about the Battlefield 4 Milsim community?
I think a community for a military game is highly recommended. Allows teams, you know, get together, as long as that, you know, all teams within inside of there, you know, kind of have a basic of a guideline to how each other would play when operating with each other. When that happens, you know, a lot of teams are able to weed out the people that, you know, like to break rules. And being Milsim, it's a lot different from MLG, right? So we don't get away with doing a lot of that fucking heinous bullshit of wasting equipment, jumping out of jets, you know, putting C4 in a buggy and just ramming it into somebody, screaming fucking whatever.
A jihad jeep.
Yeah, so we have a certain bearing discipline in Milsim, and when a community is able to establish that in all of them, it's great. You get to play with them, get to operate together, so your men get to stay busy. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Uh, next question is, I know you guys are mainly Battlefield 4, but can you offer any thoughts on the Battlefield 1 side of the Milsim community?
We had a thought on doing it back when it came out. It came to a point where it wasn't as able to be as simulated as Battlefield 4. First off, you're going back in time, so you're sacrificing your modern technology for stuff that's buried 6 feet under. So a lot of teams didn't want to get rid of, the modern. Personally, I think we should stay with the times, not go forward or back.
If the next Battlefield was in, say, World War II at the Pacific Theater, since Call of Duty is doing the European theater, do you think DICE would do a Battlefield in the Pacific Theater? And if so, do you think that more Milsims will go to that or stay with Battlefield 4?
Depending on the sacrifices. It depends on what you're going to be giving up, right? So a lot of people have built on Battlefield 4 for many years, right? If there's mechanics that are being sacrificed, I wouldn't see many teams going over.
Jesus, my phone is blown up. Alright. In your honest opinion, are there any problems you see in the Milsim community that could be fixed?
Always. I always find room for improvement, even with my own men and myself.
Alright. What do you think causes the most problems in the community?
That's a tough question.
You mean to handle that one, Lieutenant Colonel?
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
Alright. The thing that I believe causes the most problem in the community is, first off, the level of respect that a lot of these teams have for each other, which is lacking. A lot of people just see teams these days as numbers and, freaking this win-lose ratio, which it shouldn't be. It should be about, simulating the, Marine Corps, Army, whatever you're simulating should be about that, not about, oh, well, we just kicked these guys' asses, fucking, we're the best. Technically, if you're simulating properly, your win-lose ratio is who the fuck you're simulating. Sorry about my language, but that's how I see it,
Language is always,
So,
we're not one to judge.
So, the Marine Corps hasn't lost since Vietnam, and that was a draw, I believe, so, that's how I see it. Working, it says USMC in front of our gamer tags because, we go by that full-heartedly, that, freaking win-lose doesn't matter. It's always nice to win, it boosts morale, but if you lose, freaking you lose. You learn shit from it and it keeps going. Teams are so focused on, oh, well, I want to win, freaking nobody's gonna beat us. That's a good mentality to have, but don't only focus on that. Freaking, I see a lot of these teams, freaking just go out and they're just like, all right, well, we're getting rid of these guys and freaking, just destroy them. And, a lot of these teams are smaller and they're just getting built. And if they have an opinion, they speak out in community chat or something like that. And, their opinion is valid, but the bigger team says, no, that's not happening, and they just raid you. I mean, what did you really accomplish? You're a big, badass team just going after, smaller teams and go, oh, well, looks like that little team isn't going to be thriving anymore. So, I think that, there is a certain bully mentality in the community that, has been there for a while. And, it's been changing. I've seen a little bit past couple weeks, which, is nice.
Or kind of like
the community does still have.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Kind of like what you described, like you were described as bullying. Like you can also look at it as like a kind of a virtual dick measuring contest. If you want to go use
Oh
that
yes, I've
term.
said that in chat several times. Yes, that is a big thing that I do try to avoid because field team, we're not, we don't like being that present in chat. We'll be in there, and if a team's getting bullied, we'll get in there and get everybody to chill down. But if it's not field team related, we don't like to really go out of our way to butt our head in there. Freaking, if they ask for our help, they ask for guidance, we'll give them that. And if it's something to do with field team or our allies, we'll butt into that. But freaking, lately, if I see a team getting bullied, I'll butt in. I'll say something. But a lot of other teams have been doing that lately, so I haven't had to, and it's been very nice. A lot of teams have been stepping up to the plate, and realizing, oh wait, maybe it's not all about winning. Maybe it's not all about winning. Maybe we can just have a good time and simulate the Marine Corps. Simulate and freaking just have that brotherhood that the actual Marine Corps and Army have. And other countries, militaries, and stuff like that. So. And the lack of professionalism in the community chat is crazy. Oh, I've been getting on people about it all week. It's been bothering me. I just left the community chat for about 2-week vacation because it was getting to me so much. So I got messages of like, "Why you leave?" I was like, "I'm taking a vacation for 2 weeks. I'll be back." But
Yeah, I seen
oh,
a good amount of screenshots for the community chat and all the fuckery in there. I have to drink myself just to make sure I don't knife hand someone to death. Alright. Next question is FT in any wars or conflicts at the moment?
you want to answer that one, Lieutenant Colonel, or would you like me to?
Go ahead.
All right. So currently, we are at the assisting capacity with 4th ID in the ongoing engagement with 5MAR. I believe 101A is still assisting them with that. So, in an assisting role, yes. We are still doing JTOs with 4th and TFV, our 2 allies, and still supporting them with that, all that we can. Tomorrow, on the other hand, we'll be doing a series of raids. One on 2MD and possibly one on 1MEB. Hasn't been decided yet, but definitely on 2MD tomorrow. But other than that, we are not at war.
If I'm not mistaken, is the conflict with 1MEB, is that still over the last time? Because what was it? What was it? It was like
we had a conflict
couple
with them before.
weeks. Yeah, it was a couple weeks or a month ago. There was a raid on Zapad.
It's not the same conflict.
Oh.
This conflict was just doing community chat. They were poking their heads in and trying to have their 2 cents when when 2MD was bashing us in community chat, and that's one of the main reasons we're going into mainly. When we raid, I always like to make sure our men are learning something as we're doing it. Every time they get into engagement, they're always learning. They're always getting better. So it's always, field team. We're an old team, but we're still learning constantly. We're still getting better. We're still growing. So it's not, we are the best team, even though I consider us the best team. Because my opinion's biased, of course, but that's just me. So, freaking, when we raid someone, there's 2 sides to the story. Freaking, one side, we want our guys to have a good fight. We always want a good engagement. That's one thing. The other side is that if we can help the other team, learn something out of it, freaking calling field team out and saying, well, field team hasn't been training, field team hasn't done this, field team hasn't done that. Well, they're about to see that tomorrow that we have been doing on what they've been saying we haven't, calling out a public relations officer in chat and saying he's disloyal is very disrespectful to a team. So,
can you go into depth on that one?
Oh, yes, I will. So in community chat, I posted a little thing in there regarding Firewatch servers, and it was just related to the main topic. People were saying, Pig Dog was saying, "Oh well, I shouldn't have to defend this server," blah 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 blah. And then I just posted this little thing. Everybody who has a Firewatch server, it's their responsibility to man it and to defend it. So, that's Milsim rules and regulations. You have to have a Firewatch server open at all time. That's been like that for about a month now or so, I believe. So, and I think they're amending it to have it actually seen or something like that due to problems with servers or something like that. I don't know, but then he commented, freaking, well, I pick my battles wisely or something, then with a little laughy emoji, which I think is very unprofessional. I mean, we're all supposed to be leaders in a freaking chat, not a bunch of teenagers freaking putting emojis everywhere. So,
This ain't no Chelsea
that's how I
Manning
view
Twitter
that.
page.
Exactly. I have no idea who that is, but I'm guessing there's emojis in that.
Oh come
I'm not a
on,
big Twitter guy.
you don't know who Manning
You
is.
don't know the trainee trader?
Bradley Manning, who changed his
This is
his sex.
This
Well,
is
you
my
never-
only Twitter account I have. This is my only social media I have.
Oh, what?
Well, you
This is for
never
public
heard of the
relations.
story? What?
No, I have not.
Where
I
have
think
you
I'm the only
been?
one that
Well-
keeps up with politics here.
I just like the only
Ah.
reason I still know of that person. I'm not gonna call it that person he or she, more of a it. But the only
Well, I mean,
reason,
I'll still gladly call me he.
yeah, just to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Like the only reason why I know that because the former, not sure what
My wife
position
catch me saying that, she'll slap the shit out of me.
I'm not sure what position this guy had, but he was a former director of the CIA, and he resigned because Chelsea Manning, who is still a convicted felon, was going to Harvard to speak about some BS crap. And after he resigned, Harvard's like, yeah, listen here, Chelsea, we're gonna have to rescind your vote, or rescind your invitation. We're afraid it may cause a shitstorm, and we do not want that. And next thing,
Actually, I do think I
Well-
heard about that.
Well, no, I thought Harvard was still.
oh no,
still having Manning
Harvard
there. It's
canceled
just
that
they-
whole invite.
Oh, okay. I knew.
They
What do they call them?
yeah, a fellow or some shit like that.
Yeah, a fellow. Yeah, I thought they just.
have-
I just
I
thought
have
they
no idea.
retracted that statement. I thought Manning was still going to be speech.
I think they
having a speech
retracted
there.
that.
I didn't realize
then,
they.
I think it was that first. Then the invitation was rescinded.
I'm sure they can
Ah,
get somebody
okay.
else to give a better speech.
General Mattis, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Mattis for 2020
Ben Shapiro.
presidency.
Yep.
Nah, I'll take Ben Shapiro.
Eh,
Mattis can be VP.
hell no, Mattis. It's Mattis or bust. You gotta kneel before your lord.
I still think Samuel Jackson would be a great president.
That's-
Oh, jeez.
he-
No, he's too liberal.
Yeah, he said he was gonna move to Canada or something, and he's still here.
Yeah, still waiting on that.
That's true. Well, I mean, I guess he compartmentalizes too much. I guess.
They don't want to.
Anyway,
to leave.
let's continue.
We're getting off top. That's pretty much the norm here. It's just we'll stay on topic, and we'll take like a quick detour on the scenic route.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, yeah.
Tends to happen with politics.
Uh,
But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, we got into a whole argument, and he took a little blow at me, saying that the only reason I was in field team was for a contract, and I was like, why would I join a team for a contract? Back in my other days, but freaking before I was in field team, freaking, getting my contract and feeling what I was doing was not hard. It was like, why would I need to join a team, go through a 12-week boot camp, and then go through 4 more weeks of SOI to get a target?
12 weeks in FT boot camp.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. Yeah. So, but it's
I know. What was it?
quite a process in Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, there's that. I mean, before the old owner of MNN decided to turn in and like transfer control over to me and not Farco, but me and Hoplite. After the first time I was with MNN, a different story. Won't go into it. After I got dismissed, I was like, okay, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I get a message just like, hey, you interested in joining a team? And it happened to be from who the fuck was it? I can't remember the dude's name now. I've been drinking too much. But he was a member of 5MR, and it's like, okay, man, yeah, screw it. I got nothing better to do. So did that, and what was it? I want to say 4 or 5 weeks of BCT. Then it's like 2 weeks of SOI or some shit like that. It was fun.
I thought 5MAR only did about a 2-week boot camp. Well, I'd be wrong, but that's what I thought.
No,
I only
it was
heard 7 days.
It was 2 days 2 days per week. They also had makeup days.
Interesting.
That was fucking months ago that may have changed.
Currently, our boot camp is 4 weeks, 2 days a week, because it's more prevalent during the school year. You know, we don't want to take away from any high schoolers coming in. You know, if they're above the age of 16, that is, frickin' coming in and frickin' making sure that they have enough time to do their schoolwork and stuff like that. And we all have jobs, of course, so frickin'. But we love this, and this is what we do. So.
I hate it. Hey, it's cool. Just all I do is just stand around on a little machine towing carts. But I seriously hate it.
Oh, that sounds like a blast.
It's purgatory, dude. My job is legit purgatory. But anyway, let's go into the next question. As we said before, your honest opinion, you can say whatever here. In your honest opinion, anyone in this party can answer this question. Who do you think makes the most trouble in the Milsim community?
First Force Reconnaissance.
That was quick.
Without a doubt.
Saw that coming.
That actually,
They take first place.
Once we're done with these questions, that's actually a topic I was wanting to discuss. But,
Yeah.
Diablo, who do you think has caused the most trouble?
Let me put it to you in this place. First Force Reconnaissance, their PR guy they have sent to field team, has blocked myself, my other account that I have, and my line account, so I can't even contact First FR. But my people that I think wanted me be First FR, 2MD at the current moment, because they have their heads in their asses. As soon as they get that out, I'm sure they can actually figure out a way to get themselves, back to where they should be. Freaking PR-wise, anyway. I don't know how their actual team plays. We'll find that out tomorrow. And if we're going cocky-wise, that likes to cause a lot of fights, I want to say 5MR. So, but that's as far as I can tell. So, give me a chat. A lot of other teams like to help out, but I'm sure 5MR does as well. But I don't know what kind of price that comes with it. So,
yeah. Gunny, do you want to give a quick answer?
Oh, coming from a legality issue, I'd have to say First FR.
Rock on. Alright, make sure shit ain't falling asleep. Oh no.
2MD's actually being rated right now.
Really?
Yep, by AAB, Staff Sergeant Optimizes Men.
AAB,
group.
who is that? Is that the Italian unit?
Weird name. I can't pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with Armor Brigade.
Okay,
Something
yeah,
Armor
it
Brigade?
may be the Italians.
Yeah.
Alright, next question is, well, next the basic questions before we start getting into the real juicy parts. What do you wish to see changed in the Milsim community?
All right. I guess I'll take that. Or do you
Still
want to?
thinking.
Just
Getty?
respect. That's,
Yeah, respect.
That's
is a
probably
good
my
thing.
biggest thing. Respect. Having actual substance or proof or evidence of what you claim someone has done or is doing. I'm getting tired of this whole he said, she said bullshit. I don't act upon anything unless there's actual physical evidence, and it's really getting old.
Yeah. Oh,
Got any? You want to answer?
that was Getty.
Oh, it's just,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I was gonna say, him and
Yeah,
Founder
that
kind of
was-
have close to the same voice.
Yep. I guess I'll go next while Lieutenant Colonel's still thinking. Professionalism is definitely lacking. Again, I've seen verbatim. Sup, bitches? How's it going in community chat? Maybe you guys should put your dicks away and stop jerking each other off. I mean, it's not the type of language that you would think that would be in a chat full of leaders, but it is in there, and it is sad. So, freaking, if you're doing that in barracks, have at it. Freaking, but in the community chat, like, seriously? Oh, God. But, yeah, that and people, linking up to, the, bigger units, or the most popular units these days. Whenever, they get an argument with another team, you'll have, like, this group of teams also add in their little thoughts into it, but it's always the same group. And that gets very annoying. They don't do it whenever I comment, though, because I got on them about it. So, and it's always fun to see teams when you PM them, how different they are from when they're in the community chat and they have backup from their big team that they were talking with. So it's having different personalities is like something is a weird concept in the community chat. You'll talk to one leader and he'll be big and bad in the community chat, but as soon as you get to PM, he'll be like a little kitten. So you ask him for his server name and password, he's like, oh, well, let me see if I'm doing anything this week. He's like, I'm filled up for the next 8 months. Like, oh, really? So it's kind of
Triggered.
yeah, it's a problem, and it needs to be fixed. Freaking, just because you're allies with somebody doesn't mean you can't have a different opinion, and allyships. I've heard a few times that people have getting allyships like within a day of meeting each other. I was like, really? Field team,
Allyships?
freaking, we take, yeah, freaking
Ships.
field
What
team,
are
it
you
takes
talking about?
months.
You mean alliances?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
What are you talking about?
alliances,
Ships
I don't
here. I
know.
was like, damn.
I
Ally-
was gonna let it slide. I
ally
was kind of
ships.
confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've heard that word before. For some reason, I don't know why.
No.
I got my education in Florida public schools, alright? Just leave it alone.
That's right. I keep forgetting.
Alright. So, anyway, yes. Freaking... it's a problem that could be fixed if people that had alliances actually took time to actually, vet people who they're lying to. Friggin' field team, it takes months upon months of, doing JTOs, ops, to, even consider being an ally with someone. Fourth ID, we've been allies with for years, but to get to that point of us being allies, it took some time and took some effort. Same thing with TFV. We fought TFV tooth and nail. And then we finally started to gain respect for each other as we started going, and they reformed their team, and their team's outstanding. So we couldn't ask for better allies than TFV and Fourth. So it's other
Not
teams
only
I've heard
that.
like they have like 20 allies. And oh, go ahead, Gunny.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was gonna say not only that, but the teams really need to, I guess, get a sense of morals. Just because you are allies, I personally believe, say one of our allies were talking shit and got themselves into a war because of it. Well, me personally, I don't find that fight just. Unless the cause is just, I don't believe, even though we are allies, if our ally was in the wrongdoing, then at that point it's hands off. I don't believe we should touch it. That's how I personally see it, but
Oh shit, I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna say it got really quiet in here.
It's like the coffin just got 6 more nails.
It's all your fault, Gunny.
But it's just
Saw a couple dust balls.
yeah, it's just I don't want to see teams going to war because one person or two people decided, hey, well, they're gonna have a dick comparison war over here, and one of them gets angry for the wrong reasons, and then next thing you know, they're dragging their allies in just because they're allies. It should be, on a base-to-base or case-to-case basis. It shouldn't be just because we're allies, we're going to follow you to the death no matter what. That's not how it should work.
Good shit. Well, I'm getting updates from the guy rating 2MD. he's winning.
I didn't think
currently.
it was that good of a speech, but
But
I'll take it.
good shit, Gunny. I love the speech. Thank you. It was outstanding. I think I heard that before. But yeah. So I did an experiment actually. Speaking of the freaking stuff, starting stuff out of nowhere. But I did an experiment. So I was like, what's the team? I was like, Twitter. How big does Twitter actually play a role in our community? I understand you using it for news and using it for updates. Hey, we did this, we did that. Using it as a recruiting tool. Using it to talk shit though, and do all that. So I was like, all right, well let me see if this is actually a problem in the community. So I was like, all right, First Afar and 5MAR. 5MAR is a pretty big team these days. They're pretty popular with a bunch of other teams, and we fought them on the battlefield. They're actually pretty good when it comes to fighting, which I was like, all right, cool. Gained a little bit of respect from me right there. Still fighting our ally 4th ID though, so as far as I'm concerned, we won't do anything with them in the future. So it's gonna be like that. But I did a little experiment. First today I got PR. I went on Twitter and said a little series of messages about First Afar and 5MAR. Within, I kid you not, 30 minutes, 5MAR was in our server.
What'd you say?
I have to go back and find the tweets. But basically, I said
Jesus.
something on the lines of 5MAR and First Afar aren't good teams anyway, so why'd this war even go on?
Alright.
Something along those lines.
Mic drop.
And yeah, it does feel things too.
Twitter is cancer.
But yeah, so I was
The
like, all right,
only
so yeah,
way it
this
could
is
get
actually
worse is if we
problem.
got Tumblr.
Fucking
What the
Tumblr.
fuck's that?
Milsim news on Tumblr. Just in a bunch
Yeah.
of triggered liberals are
But-
raiding.
Yeah.
They're,
Although,
they're not holding weapons of any kind. They're more
Oh,
likely
shit.
killing each other with signs that they made in their basements.
yep.
They're like
Shit.
fucking Dice
Oh, yeah.
reposted. And it's like, Well, just update. We released a new class of weapons, and all you see is a bunch of like picket signs and all that shit.
Yeah, I believe the next battlefield's gonna be a modern one from what information they've posted so far. So that should be nice. We've
that should be Pacific Warfare. Come on, man. Battlefield 1942
No, it's-
came out and it was all that good and crap, but
Battlefield 1 was a passion project of DICE's, so it makes sense for them to, have a money starter for the next Battlefield, before this next one comes out.
ooh.
So,
God, I
this
remember
next one
Battlefield
coming out
1942.
is supposed to be in the Iraq War. So that would be very nice.
Oh,
because
so
that's,
another
a
trip
good
back to the
placement for Milsim.
sandbox.
So, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be great.
Wait, Desert Storm
So-
or Iraqi Freedom?
Desert Storm, I think, I don't think they're giving a time in it. It says it's going to be somewhere in between those timelines. So I think that would be interesting.
That'd be pretty bitchin'.
Yes, it would. But you see, field team, we don't have a problem with teams. There's a common model that we like to use. It's called talk shit, get hit. If you're respectable and professional, then we have no problem. But if you want to be disrespectful and unprofessional, then just give us your server name and password, and we'll show you that we will be there and we won't take it. I reckon I've been lenient the past few months that this has been happening, but lately I just freaking in our command staff as well freaking we're just not taking it. It's getting annoying. So
It's like, I'm tired
But-
of all these other Milsim units that are putting chemicals in the water that are turning the freaking frogs gay.
yeah,
Fucking
they're
Alex,
turning
yeah.
they're turning the Milsim community into the chat anyway into freaking cancer, and it's. By the way, I never
Oh.
said the word cancer like this until I went into the community chat. Like, it's having effect on my words now. This is my vocabulary, and it's very bad.
Just a quick update for all those who are watching and will watch when we post this on YouTube. This stream is unofficially sponsored by After Action Podcast. After Action is made by the person who created Duffel Blog and also the creator of Terminal Lance. If you like good clean shit and just bullshittery, turn in to After Action on your smartphones, iPhones, and Androids. Da-da-dum. Advertisements 101.
Good
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
Gotta get those advertisements in there.
Also, Sailor Jerry
Well, if you
Spice
put it
Rum.
on YouTube, I don't blame you.
I know. There's a few videos we posted on YouTube. There were, what was it? They were like streams that we had like 3 different teams on, and in between the teams we would take a break, and I usually put like some kind of slow jazz kind of thing, like Kenny G or something like that.
Ooh, Kenny G.
There
we go.
If anyone's been
That
watching
man can play
this,
sax.
everyone's been watching this stream long enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, we'll play some Kenny G song called Missing You or something like that, or just Missing You, and you swear like there'll be a couple guys watching the stream texting their girlfriends like, babe, come over, I want to bang, let me smash.
Let me smash.
Oh god. Yeah, you gotta play for us.
Bitches
You gotta
love
play
sticks.
"Sexual Healing" by Marvin Gaye. That will get him going.
Ah, fucking, who the
That'll
fuck?
get 'em
Who's
going.
Marvin Gaye?
I was thinking like some Minnie Riperton or something. But never mind.
Who the fuck is Marvin Gaye?
Is that the guy that made a song that says "When a man loves a woman"? Is that who I'm thinking of? Mind you, I've
that's
been
some
drinking
right
to the
now.
point where
No, man,
I
that
shouldn't
was
even
Percy
be
Sledge.
alive.
Yeah, it was. Oh god.
My blood
More of a
alcohol
Barry White
content is
guy.
just skyrockets.
I'm gonna need to get myself some alcohol content right now.
Yes.
I
Speaking
would
of which, I need another
recommend-
beer.
I would recommend trying out a new alcohol I tried out this past weekend, or last weekend. They call it Mad Dog, but it's just like MD.
God.
And it's like
No.
red wine that you just drink in shots. And I guarantee you, from what this guy told me, you will strip naked and bark at the moon.
Mad
Well, that
Dog?
does not sound
Why the
good at
fuck
all.
would you want to drink it then?
Yeah, why would you?
It gets you fucked up.
Mad Dog is so nasty.
Maybe
You know what I'm
back
talking
in
about.
You're
Yeah,
getting fucked
You know
up to
what
the
I'm talking
point where
about.
you need to take your clothes off and bark at the moon like a fucking dog. You need to fucking sign yourself up into rehab.
AA, that moment when AA won't even take you.
No, AA, that would introduce you. You get naked barking
Shit, I
at a
should've-
fucking moon.
Should have been in rehab
Heck,
a
you
while
need-
ago, man.
Plus,
You need to
AA
get
is for
Charlie
quitters.
Sheen to pay for that
man
shit.
just
AA,
needs
I'll be
rehab.
honest, AA doesn't do anything. Cause I had a buddy back when I was in
That
the
gives you
Navy.
12 steps, but those 12 steps you don't have to follow.
I had a buddy back in
They
the
can push you
Navy
down
who-
those steps.
He got fucked up to the point where the command tell him was like, all right, you need to go to fucking AA. We're signing you up right now. They send his ass to AA, and it's like a bunch of drunks that like they'd say, hey, my name's so and so, and I'm a drunk. Yay! Hi. Fucking. I remember it was like the last class that they had. They went bowling, and we had to go to northern Japan for some kind of festival and air show. And while we went up there, and on our way back, I was working in the supply office. S2 gets a fucking phone call from Yokosuka. It's like, hey, this is the brig. We got your seaman apprentice Mac in the brig. What do you do? Well, after his restriction was let up, he went out of town, had some drinks, ended up doing the Exorcist vomit scene in the back of a taxi cab. I'm talking about straight fire hydrant vomit.
Jesus.
This is no shit. I will call the guy. I will call him on this stream, and he will verify it. I got him on fucking, I think I saw him on Facebook. I will put him on speaker, and he'll tell you the whole story. But yeah. And that, from then on, that little incident led me to believe that AA can't help shit. Because it can't, I mean, when it all comes down is...
I've seen a few people that it's a few people up. It's been just the idea of, you know, having people around you who have done the same thing. You know, I guess that's
Kind of
something that people like. They
positive
like having
effect.
that comfort. Yeah. So you know, friggin', you know,
Well,
I have a
yeah,
friend who done it.
Yeah,
and,
I've seen those.
He got his
I've
first
seen,
chip.
and
and
I've seen
this-
those little commercials where it's like,
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say rock against drugs, but that's like going back to the 80s. That's like MTV right there. But fucking,
Oh yeah.
that's back when MTV was good. These little kids don't know shit about that shit now. They don't know
Oh,
the
yeah.
music. But
Guys, remember Def Comedy Jam?
oh fuck yeah, I love that shit. But
Man.
I don't. I mean, I came to that conclusion because even though you see all these people like that look like they're doing good in their own time and space when they're at their house by themselves or something like that, you know deep down that they are struggling. Like they are at like total war with their demons. When it comes to like, you got those little voices, or some people have like something close to an acid trip without taking any acid. It's like you see like eyeballs and fucking mouse on beer bottles. Like, drink me, you fag.
All right, I gotta say this real fast. Private Archer or PFC Archer, since you're watching this stream, give me 2 laps around Firestorm. Thank you.
Oh wait, no, dude. Oh yeah, we got 5 people.
Unproductive stream, my ass.
Well, yeah, we talked about a lot. We were talking about AA and how it doesn't help and
Yeah.
stuff.
let's continue on because we do have to be out of here around
All right,
21:50.
What time is it?
We got a good 30 minutes. We got a good 40 minutes or so, somewhere around
Are
there.
you guys? You guys are EST, right? Okay. Well,
I'm Eastern, yes.
okay.
Me as well.
Let's just let's jump back on the rails real quick, and you already discussed the whole raid thing. I wanted to go into dive real quick into this whole 1FR situation, because why FT and 1FR are having a little back and forth on Twitter. 1FR Happy, pretty sure that's the guy that blocked you guys, aka at Purdy.
Yeah, it's
Frosty.
AKA Purdy. Yep.
Yeah.
He sent me a shit ton of fucking pictures, and I was at dinner when he did it, and I was pretty pissed off.
Yeah, it was
the.
Let me give you a little background on him,
Go ahead.
real fast. He was an FSO, which was basically a intelligence gathering thingamabobber. They also consider themselves a Milsim sorts, but at a time they worked for BWC, which was when BWC actually could do shit. Which, freaking they were pretty okay. I will give them that. Apparently they were pretty good. I don't know much of their history, but they're a pretty good group apparently. He came to the field team, and said he was going to be loyal to the field team forever. We had a reset happen. He did not like stuff that was going on. He left, and freaking he went back to do FSO. FSO failed somehow. I don't know how that happened.
What is FSO?
FSO? I cannot even tell you. I don't even know the freaking name. I can't remember. So
Federal Secret
I don't know if
Rules.
that might be it. I don't know if Lieutenant Colonel remembers it, but I'm sure somebody will correct us in the stream or in freaking YouTube, something like that. But yeah. So after he left, FSO didn't work out. So then he went to First FR, and this is around the same time that I was coming back. So I was like, all right, well, Party isn't like me, because whenever I get him in a party, I can beat him at his game every time. He tries to play a little game with everybody in the party, it doesn't work, because fucking everybody else is actually, smart and doesn't take his shit. He always tries to say, oh, well, if we field team signed this contract, blah, blah, blah. Well, they've edited that contract several times since it was signed. And when they started going hostile towards us and start trying to do a hostile takeover on field team is when that contract ended. So they say they own field team. They never have owned field team ever. So
That's
that's where it's
one
going.
thing that kind of threw me off about his whole argument.
Yeah.
In,
First off, a military simulation group, which is simulating the military. The military can't own another military, if I'm correct.
the military unit cannot own another military unit.
Yeah. So
No matter
in that
what
aspect
legal
alone,
process they try.
Since First FR is now a clan, because they've been kicked out of the Milsim community and blacklisted, the terms of contract are over, and they've been over for a while. So he just doesn't understand that, and for some reason keeps trying to bring it up. He's been harassing our men, harassing myself, our command staff, and he stopped finally after I got him to. Freaking, he couldn't handle his conversation online for much longer, so freaking he stopped, and now he's been sent to Twitter duty, I guess.
I would just show them a bunch of dark humor memes. It's like
I was thinking about it, but I like keeping things on the professional level. But we have a Twitter warrior named Lieutenant Carnage, who he likes to
shit! I
comment a
know
lot.
who you're talking about. I have a history with that dude.
He has a history with a lot of people. Yeah, that's why we keep him on
he's
Twitter.
a good person. I will not. I will
He
not
is. I love him.
discredit him. He is a good.
Yeah,
He's
he's
good
my fellow
good
brother.
hearted. You Marine?
No, I'm talking about field team.
No, say what
No,
the fuck?
no.
It's like damn
No.
devil dogs taking time out of eating crayons and shit. But fucking only problem I have is that sometimes like there's motivational, there's balls deep on steroids motivational, and that's kind of where I see him at. Yeah, I understand you're a Marine history. Hell, I love Navy history. I fucking divulge myself in audiobooks containing naval history and some points American history. But at times when there are times where I can ask people and they can probably provide proof where he pulls rank over Xbox. It's like, yeah, you're like getting pogier than most pogues.
I haven't seen him do that in field team anyway. I don't know how it's
I
been
may
in
have seen
other
that
teams,
back
but
when he was in the all veteran and service member chat online
Gotcha.
called the Smoke Pit.
That sounds like it would be a veteran chat.
Yeah. It is. We share a lot of dank memes and some other adult stuff.
I bet.
Wink,
I
wink.
bet. Oh shit. No, I'm just a detective in real life. I'm not a Marine. I don't do that.
Detective.
Ugh. Yeah, I know, right? Ugh, but
I don't believe
Okay.
you, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce. Ugh.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
that Chinese food almost came back up. Give me a second.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, and I'm like working on my fourth glass of. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, fourth glasses. Fourth glass of rum and coke.
Very nice.
Hey.
Yes. As far as the whole happy situation goes, I mean, I personally didn't have a problem with the guy until he decided that he wanted to come into a party while it wasn't field team time. So I was playing with my cousin, which he is a retired field teamer. He's kind of
Who, Frost?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's thinking about coming back, but
Ooh.
I may
So-
have met him before.
so Happy.
I don't know.
What irritated me is Happy decided to join my party while I'm in a party with my cousin and another friend of ours. I can't remember who it was. And then proceeds to apparently he talked to my cousin by himself. I guess told my cousin that everything between First FR and field team were going well, and that he can come over to First FR and they'll get him shooting and stuff like that, and because he's a scout sniper as well within the team.
But First of all, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they kind of down and out, kind of like what 10, 15 people?
They've been down out 40 people. More like that. They only have about maybe 10 people.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well-
Like that's what they have left, 10, 15 people.
Oh yeah.
But that was kind of the last straw for me. Whenever he tried to come into, he came into my party and said that, so you going to be there tomorrow? And I said no. He said he was talking to Frost. I'm like, that's not going to happen, because Happy and I were already exchanging messages before that. I told him to do not message me or any of my men with any offers of joining you. And I figured that was kind of blatantly clear. I don't want him messaging anyone lower than me to try to, I guess, recruit him to First FR. And then he talked to my cousin behind my back, and my cousin thought everything was good between the two teams and was getting ready to join, or getting ready to go play with them. until he decided to come in and, I guess, rub my nose in it. And once my cousin caught wind of the disrespect he was giving me, he booted his ass out of the party
Damn.
and said, "Oh, that's not going to happen." He's like, "That's how it's going to be. I'll go back into retirement before I join that shit." That was my last straw with him.
You think are these people just acting on their own, or is Chase encouraging to do this?
He's on orders.
Say what?
He's on orders. So our command staff has talked to their command staff, and maybe you can go a bit more on that, Lieutenant Colonel. I wasn't there for the talk. I think
Which
you
talk?
and Captain were there. With First Afar? Unless that was his captain.
I didn't have a talk with them. Did not have a talk
Nice.
with them.
So that was his captain then. Alright. Yeah, so there was
All
a
I
talk that
know is-
happened. Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was saying, all I know is I was disgusted by the fact that someone would try to come in and essentially turn family, actual, real life family, against each other over a fucking video game.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
Yeah, but
that's sickening.
yeah, and there was a meeting that happened. Apparently, Captain was there. They talked, and matters were apparently somewhat being resolved. So we won't fight them though, because why would we? Because they're a clan, and it only makes them relevant. Because right now they don't even exist. So it's kind of the only thing they can do is talk smack. So it's they show up in our Firewatch server though. I
What, there's
don't know
six
what
guys?
happened.
The 6 guys they have on board. I mean, what time are we at? We're
Oh, we got
about
another about
10,
20 minutes.
10, 20
Or-
minutes?
Yeah, we're good.
As far as I know, with Colonel Chase, he did make it through boot camp and he earned his title of Marine and all that jazz. But when it came to SOI and all that shit, he washed out on that. He messed up. He screwed up. And you can't say, "Oh, it was an accident or a mishap." It's like, chill. What happens? Everyone's heard the stories. Like he hurt his was it his back or his knees? Getting the two mixed up. Anyway, he hurt a body
Why is it
part.
always the back and the knees that gets fucked up?
But I mean, I will only acknowledge Chase as, yeah, he's a Marine, but he is the Marine that will forever be known as the Forever Boot. That's why I call him. Every time I hear his name, it's like, "Oh, you talk about the Forever Boot? What's new?"
Yep.
This is a fucking. I'm just a Navy vet talking all kinds of crap on him, but I've done my 4 years of obligated service. Now I'm finishing up my inactive reserve service. So he can talk all the shit he wants, but I gone far. I did shit that he would fucking jizz in his pants just to do.
You have to fire the big guns, I guess.
Fuck it. I try, but like they ask, "Hey, who wants to go shoot guns?" Like, yeah, I'll do it. They end up picking fucking other people. And that's why if anyone joins the Marines or joins the Navy in particular, and you get sent to, well, this more applies to the Navy, and say you join the Navy, you get sent out to like some ship out in Japan. or in the Western Pacific, beware of the Filipino mafia. those
Got me
who-
enticed now. What is the Filipino mafia?
Filipino mafia, something like the. If you ever heard of the Lance Corporal Underground,
Mm-hmm.
the Navy's. It's kind of like the Navy's version of that.
The
The ship I had, the ship I
Alright.
was stationed on, had a lot of Filipinos on it, and you always see them together.
Good shit.
I
Alright.
know, alright. I think that wraps it up for today.
Alright.
Alright. Wait, we gotta do one more thing. There's one more thing I've been wanting to do. I want to play outro music.
Alright.
Um, there it is. This is our outro for a little bit. So, for everyone that's been watching the stream for the past hour and 1 minute and a few seconds, thank you for tuning in. We may be doing another stream tomorrow. I can't confirm anything yet. It's just see how things go. But if so, we will post it on Twitter. We also post on Twitter when this stream recording is up. We'll post it on YouTube and all that jazz, and we'll let you know. That way, if you missed it, you'll be able to watch it and see all the chit chat and bullshittery. But to all those who watched, thank you. Now time for kick-ass outro music. Fucking thing I'll play. No, fuck, I have my volume on mute. Take 2.